Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome back. My name is Ferret Commando and Merry Christmas to everybody. Today, instead of doing my car installation videos, today I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself and a little bit about what I like to do. Today we're talking about K'NEX models. Now, for all of you K'NEX builders out there, these have been around for ever since the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. These are my models that I have created over the years. So I guess we'll start with the Harley Davidson, which is my personal favorite. I started building it back when I was about 18 years old, and believe it or not, this is the part of my life that I really got into K'NEX full blown. It was before I went to college. It was a time where I finally put all my skills to the test. But there's one of them. My earlier models that I made back into the 1990s, early 2000s were these. I was probably about 12 at the time. Like I said, I created my train. It's a locomotive. My suspension car, which I think is my second most favorite. It too, on each side, if you notice, it acts as a suspension. It's a lot of today, a lot of cars have that. Back in the late 60s and 70s, cars had one axle. So like a lot of your foreign made cars of today, a lot of them have this type of style where if one tire goes into a ditch or whatever, it's going to lower it down while the other one stays in perfect position. This car here is my street car that I created when I was a little bit older. I was about 16, and I really took the liking into racing. Racing is in our family. So I don't know if they sell these anymore. You probably have to order them online. But I think it was just the coolest thing whenever I was younger. Okay. Last but not least, we have my mixing car. A lot of your construction cars have these. I think it's really cool because this car here, when you pull it back and forth, the back also turns. I thought it was just the coolest thing. So then I thought to myself, well, how can I take this even further? I'm in college now. I'm a senior and I'm just about to graduate. So I just got done building this. This is the All-American roller coaster that my grandmother got me. My grandmother, she buys a bunch of K'NEX stuff for me. So I thought it was just the coolest thing that she'd do this. Now, this took me about an hour and a half. It was actually really simple. It's a lot better than the other one that I'm about to show you guys. So let me show you how it works. So first, you probably need to get the box that states that what it is. It's the All-American roller coaster. So here's what you do. There's a motor here that you start off with. Usually it takes these two AA batteries. You can get them in Energizer, or you can get them in Duracell or whatever, any Mark store. So what you do is, I've already completed the chain. I've already completed the rungs that go with it. I say the rungs were probably the hardest out of all this. Not so much the building of the structure itself. Is actually pretty simple. Just follow the directions. It was about 60 directions in all, but finally got it working. So let me do a quick minute demonstration right quick. So there's two ways that this conveyor belt can go. It can go up or it can go down, forward or back. So in order to do that, usually on there's arrows here. So if you want it to go up, obviously click the left arrow, so you switch it going that way. Whew. It's really quick, I know. I'll just let it watch right quick. Yeah, it's a whole lot faster. I'll let it go about 2 more times and then I'll stop it. It's really, really cool. I like it. I like all the corkscrews that it has in it and a lot of loops that it has. It's really, really something. Okay. So there's that one. Now my next roller coaster that I had, this was the one I made last year, believe it or not, last Christmas. This is the Carnival roller coaster. Now this roller coaster here took me about 2 hours to complete. It was a little bit more difficult to put together because the rungs, believe it or not, you have to connect multiple rungs at one time, and there was a whole lot more directions to it. But after I got done with it, man, this is by far probably the most, I wouldn't say the hardest one I've ever made, but it was definitely the most unique one that I put on my list of creations of K'NEX. So let me go ahead and show you this demonstration. Now, instead of the motor being down the bottom, it's actually up on the top this time, as you notice. The reason being is because of the model of the coaster itself. If he puts it down here on the bottom, if you put the motor down here on the bottom, it's not going to want to loop back around. So I thought that was really interesting because if you notice on the All-American roller coaster, it's on the bottom, and over here it's up on the top. So I'm going to give you another demonstration. It's pretty simple. Same routine as the last time. Always turn it to the left because you want the conveyor belt to go into the direction of the motor itself. So you go ahead here, just tap it on like that. And let's watch it go to work. I love these type of things. I don't know who's out there that builds K'NEX, but man, I dare you guys to go online and look up this guy from New Zealand. Type in Metropolis, K'NEX Metropolis. There's this guy in New Zealand that took over 3 years to build his own little utopia of K'NEX, and I thought it was just the coolest contraption ever. I dare you guys to do that. Now this one has a whole lot more corkscrews, not so much loops, but a lot more corkscrews in this one, and loops and turns. I thought it was just the coolest thing. Alright, I know probably what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking, you know, why don't you put them together and see them both go? I think I'll do that here in a little bit. So let's do that right quick. So that's that. Oh yeah, this model of K'NEX is the Carnival roller coaster. I don't know if they still make this or not in other stores. There it goes by itself. But it's really awesome, really cool thing to have, just to kick around and just to see it go. Alright, so now we're going to put these two side by side. So let's go ahead and move this back a little bit. Actually, make it even cooler, we'll probably even have them face each other. That'd be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and face these two together. I'm sorry if it's taking a little bit longer than anticipated, so let's go on ahead. And sometimes, guys, sometimes the coaster itself, if you turn it off way too soon, another thing to point out, especially the coasters that are a lot longer, they actually have to require another little bit of a push. Just push it together like that. So let's go on ahead and turn on both coasters. Pretty cool. It's like a little carnival ride. Which ride would you like to go on? Yeah, that's a personal question I'd like to ask you guys. On roller coasters, what type of coaster would you guys prefer? Would you prefer the one with more loops, or more corkscrews, or more turns? Please leave a comment section below. Alright guys, that'll end it for today. I'm going to go ahead and close off this video here. Thank you, and hope you guys have an awesome Merry Christmas.